What is love? And most important for our troubled world today, a world that so depends on the pursuit of wealth and power to make things happen, what is the value of love? This is not to sound crass and crude, but surely love must have a value. Love has to be more than just a nice idea, a pretty attitude, a good feeling, or even an obsession. If love has no real practical benefit for daily living, then people will not practice love. And who's to blame people for not doing something that doesn't help them? If people knew just how valuable love really is, then surely they would give and receive only love. Hello, my name is Johann Schroeder. I'm a spiritual teacher and a life coach for the visions of a better world. Now, I've been asked by my friend Reverend Sage Cole to say a little bit about what love means to me and why I hold on to love. The occasion is a virtual event of the Helen Keller Spiritual Life Collaborative that Sage founded. For those who don't know, Helen Keller was a remarkable woman who lived from 1880 to 1968. Now, despite lifelong deafness and blindness, Helen became a world-famous activist for the rights of the disabled, of the poor and minorities, of women's right to vote, and world peace for everyone. Helen was particularly inspired by the works of Emanuel Swedenborg, the 18th century Swedish Christian mystic who emphasized the importance of love in action to serve the God of love and wisdom. Sage is a Swedenborgian minister, and the Boston area Swedenborgian church that she served in was also a vital part of my own spiritual journey. So, to the point of love. So what is love? Well, in my Christian background, I was raised Christian, and I had some very fundamentalist, judgmental relatives that I didn't care for, but my immediate family went to a Presbyterian church that was very sweet. And there was a lot of emphasis on what is love according to Jesus. Jesus is a wonderful teacher, radical, would change society to benefit everyone. If people really understood Jesus, we wouldn't have the problems in the world today. So, Jesus, he mostly modeled love. He didn't so much define it. There is one famous Bible passage from Corinthians. It's not exactly what he said, but it's inspired by him. It said, "Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but it rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things." Many people have heard that quote, and they use it in different phrases in places such as weddings. Now, what Jesus more specifically said, one of the things he said was in Matthew, he said, "So don't worry, saying people, what shall we eat? What will we drink? What do we wear? For the disbelievers run after all those things, and your heavenly Father, your heavenly parent, your mother, father, knows that you need these things. So first seek God's kingdom and justice, and all these things will be given to you as well." So there's a sense here, if you live right, you'll be in tune with the universe, and everything will be received just fine. And if you don't live in accordance with divine principles, with God, who is love, another quote of Jesus made it very clear. "Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love." Another time he said, "A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another." And so he went on to demonstrate many ways of loving, such as charity, kindness. He healed everyone. He had no prejudices. He gave, talking about feeding and clothing everyone. He performed miracles. He had powers that people could envy, and yet he never took credit for those powers. He always said it came from his relationship with God, who is love. So to be clear, my sense, love is the nurturing way of the universe. Love is how things exist. Love is all that is real. So just think in terms of the parents of a newborn baby. They don't say to the baby, "Hey, baby, you better earn your keep, and then we'll feed you." No, you just give. And in fact, many parents are transformed by the beautiful face of such an amazing gift of life that they have a baby, an infant, to take care of. Of course, it's sad when other parents don't tune into that love of the universe and have their own stresses, but love is all about forgiveness. That was another great thing Jesus taught, was all about forgiveness and to pray for your enemy, to love your neighbor. Always, God always loves. Jesus always loved. Be like Jesus. So my thumbnail definition of love is the ability and willingness to help someone you care about to have a wonderful life. See, I like that because it emphasizes ability and willingness. Very, very important. You may be able to love. Many people have the wealth, the resources to share with those who are suffering, but they're not willing. You have to have the willingness. Love has to be a conscious choice. This is a very, very important aspect of the universe. This is why we see a world in which people have free will to do many cruel things, and you wonder, where is God? What's going on? Well, God is right there, whispering in everyone's ear, guiding us to the solutions we need to have a wonderful world together, a world of peace, cooperation, harmony, and diversity. But God gives us free will. We have to consciously choose love. Love has to mean something. It has to come from the depths of your being, from your intentions. I want to love. You see, a robot can be programmed to do the things you want it to do. And many people treat each other like robots. They threaten and manipulate and connive and scheme and use belief systems to trap people in only limited ways of thinking so that people will do only what they want them to do. But given an opportunity, those same people will run away, will not. No, you need love that is genuine, sincere. I like the Dalai Lama said, if you can't help people, at least don't hurt them. So it's about helping someone to have a wonderful life, someone you care about, and care about yourself first. Oxygen mask first, like in airplanes. You can't really help other people if you are yourself desperate. So now I know that traditional religion emphasizes poverty and sacrifice. And Jesus said things like, if you want to be perfect, sell all that you have and give it to the poor, and you'll have treasure in heaven. Of course, what he was saying was, if you want to be perfect, but don't be perfect. Take good care of yourself. Take good care of your community, your family. Take good care of everyone that the universe brings to you to love, and you'll be fine. So the ability and willingness, like you've got to do something that you're actually able to do. Love is not a fantasy. Love is not saying, oh, what I would do, and I'll appraise the virtues and, all this stuff. You've got to actually do something that makes a difference for someone. And you do it willingly, not manipulated, not because they have to. I really, really want to help you. Just like the parents of the newborn baby. They look at the infant and they just say, oh my gosh, what an amazing gift of the universe. We just want to help you grow up, whatever you need to thrive. Later, you can show us what you're capable of, what gifts you bring to the world from your divine essence. But here, now, we need to help you. Imagine a world based on that kind of attitude, the trust that everything will fit together, that the God of love and wisdom is guiding everyone, and we just need to be open to receiving that guidance to help each other, to have a community of thriving. Instead, of course, we see a world in which a lot of people don't believe in love at all. They think love is weak. And this it's really very simple. It's because people were raised with false beliefs. It's a fundamental aspect of being a consciousness in the world. You need to learn to discern truth from falsehood. The truth is what will set you free. The truth is about love. The truth is that there is a God of love and wisdom. There is a source, a universe that loves and cares for you. And falsehoods are all the things that make you insecure and make you run after more and more material goods, and you're never satiated. You're never satisfied. So you notice, as I mentioned, Jesus was very humble about the miracles he could perform. He was very clear. He said, and this is a quote that many people take the wrong way. He said that no one gets through to heaven, to the Heavenly Father, to the Heavenly Parent, except through me. I am the way. Now, he wasn't saying, like, found a church in my name and you've got to, like, study and repeat everything I say. He was saying the way I live. He was very clear in so many ways. It's about how to live. And Jesus always gave the credit to the God of love. God is great spirit. I don't care what you call it. Quibbling over details, that is not love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love doesn't punish over details. Oh, yes, there was another great quote I wanted to read here about, yes, if you only love those who love you, what reward will you get? Are not even the tax collectors doing that? And if you greet only your own people, what are you doing more than others? Do not even the disbelievers do that? Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. Again, heavenly parent and perfection is about loving. So the point is reward and punishment. Those are social human systems which are incredibly insecure. Jesus came to make it clear that you will have security, that all your needs will be taken care of if you first live by love. So he demonstrated in many ways. He healed people. He had no prejudices. And he always gave the credit to God. Because what's happening is it's your relationship with the universe, with the living, loving universe, the essence of life itself that nurtures and brings things into creation. Nothing would exist if everything was just a competitive dog-eat-dog world. I mean, what? Molecules would fight each other. They wouldn't even form amino acids and proteins and life. I mean, come on. I mean, or the parents of the infant. I mean, if it was all about competition, then you would just say, well, this baby is taking away resources from me. And yet a lot of people live that way because they believe that love makes them weak, instead of understanding that love puts you in tune with the entire universe. If you only focus on what you personally can do, then yes, doing good things for other people would seem to make you weak. And that's what so many people are feeling and thinking, is that, well, love, that just means doing what another person wants. And power or life is all about getting people to do what you want. So if I just do what I want, do what you want for you for free, then you'll just use me for sure. I won't get anything in return. It's completely false. But that's how a lot of people think, that love, cooperation, caring, nurturing, they make you weak. And therefore, they think about violence. Violence makes you strong, makes you fearsome. You'll do things for me because you have to survive. You're not getting past me unless you give me something, like a toll collector, like a tax collector in life. But there's no end to that. There's no end to manipulating. And in fact, it makes you incredibly weak. Violence is not at all strong. Violence is incredibly weak. Violence is people feeling totally insecure, totally defensive, totally in survival mode, just trashing things, making a mess that they have no idea how to clean up. And that was the story of Lucifer. Lucifer was an angel who fell because he wanted to be God. He wanted to be the highest power. He wanted to be able to do everything. And so what did God do? Because everyone needs a chance of free will to discover the true meaning and feeling and power of love so that they choose it consciously. So God gives Lucifer his own kingdom, and God allows people to follow Lucifer, and you get a place of hellish rewards and punishments. And Lucifer, the devil, is known for things like lying and false promises and brutality and always trying to trick people and always deceiving. And saying, you don't want to live that way. That is not love, and that is dividing and conquering yourself until you are completely out of touch with the universe that would guide you and love you. So truly, love may be scary at first, because it's vulnerable. Love is about opening yourself up to somebody being able to make a difference for you. They could hurt you or they could help you. So you notice a lot of fantasies in the world are based on invulnerability. Oh no, you can't possibly do anything that would affect me. And I have all the answers already. You don't have to tell me anything. You don't have to. Complete fantasies. No, it's really being alive in the universe, in relationships, is about being vulnerable, being open to those who could hurt you or help you. And of course, with divine guidance, you quickly see who would hurt you and you leave their company. Jesus was very clear. Don't stay where you don't belong. He said, you pray for everyone, you love everyone, you send blessings, you wish well on everyone, but leave the places where you don't belong. So yeah, love answers all fears except for one, the fear of losing love itself. You know, when you meet somebody that you really love, there's so much anxiety at first. What if they don't love me like I love them? And the only antidote is to love more. So eventually you become secure. You realize they're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I love you. We're partners. We belong together. We were created to be together. Our strength is the nurturing principles of the universe that we practice with each other, with our community. We freely share with those who come our way, who the universe brings to us to love. So I want to conclude with this concept I have of there are 4 levels of love. 4 levels of experiencing love. The first level is very physical, very mundane. It's about getting things, getting love. And it's practical, right? I mean, if you're hungry, you walk into a room, there's food on the table. Oh, I need that. Thank you. Getting love. I feel loved. I got a meal. But the next level of love, which is much more emotional, and it's about relationships, is receiving love. So when you walk into a room and you're hungry and you see a meal on the table, there's no security in just gobbling that up and rushing on your way. But if you find out somebody who loves you made you that meal, they will always make you that meal. They care about you. They love you. Now you've got a relationship with a source of life. That's how the universe is. Make a relationship based on love. But that's only the second level of love. The third level of love is that you realize love is the most amazing thing. It's what grows everything. See, if love is about helping someone to have a wonderful life, and every situation is different. There was the philosopher who said, you can never step in the same river twice. Every situation is different. So what I do to help you today will be different from what I do to help you tomorrow. And I'm learning about what I'm actually able to give to you, what I'm actually able to do to help. So all true, wise, higher loving beings know that love is the only way to grow. Love is what is always going to stretch you. It's joyful. It's amazing. That's why angels, that's why higher beings, that's why Jesus had no pretensions. Just what can we do together? What can I do for you? How can we grow in love together? So when you realize that love is the only way to go, the only way to grow, you reach the third level of love where you realize like, hey, I want to do this too. I want to give love. I don't want to just get love of the things I need to survive. I don't want to just receive love, however wonderful that is to know that somebody loves me and I'll always be provided for. I want to actually participate in this love stuff. This is amazing. This is where you learn to give love. And the fourth level of love, you become love. You are love. You realize your true gifts, your true talents, your true contributions to life itself, and you just let that flow. You just rejoice in being who you were meant to be, who you really want to be, and being in a thriving world that you contribute to. What an amazing world this will be. It's a fixer-upper planet, to be sure. Earth has many problems. We're not looking for it to be perfect overnight. But if you love 100%, you will be in tune with the universe. You will feel so good. You will discover that your ability to always grow. You will discover your ability to give, to make a difference, to receive what you need to give. You'll be in a flow of loving, and the planet will be transformed. So yes, Earth is a fixer-upper planet. We're not looking to hoard wealth and always be insecure and things are never perfect. We're looking to be in a flow of healing so that we all learn about more love together. We learn more about how to love together. That is the amazing opportunity of Earth at this time, that this is the place to be, to learn how to love, to be the love that you really are inside, that you want to become. Thank you.